Okay. Either way, let's move on to Nashville.
This is another interesting one.
Super interesting team. Like they took a big step back last year.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the end of the deadline, they sold off a bunch of pieces, and they ended up with basically like an AHL roster running almost into the playoffs.
Pretty impressive.
Like it was really impressive. And so I kind of wish they still committed to the rebuild, even though the team impressed them, but they didn't. They came out and they added. Boy, did they add. They brought in Ryan O'Reilly to be their 1C, which is a choice.
It's a choice.
Sure.
Yeah.
They gave a big ol' contract to Mr. Luke Shen. Shout out to Luke Shen. Get your paycheck, my boy. But not a paycheck I would have handed out. That's for sure.
Ditto.
I don't know. This team's kind of got a weird juice to it where I think they're going to be really competitive, even though they shouldn't be. And it's going to frustrate me.
I think that this team's going to be so good because of the defense. And like,
yeah,
I think that they're going to be surprisingly good for how old they are. I know I just on like old defensive cores for like the first all of this podcast already.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like Ryan McDonough. He's always been really light on his feet. So like he's one of those big defensive guys where as he gets older, I'm less concerned. He reminds me a lot more of Christ. He played in Vancouver forever, Swedish guy.
Edler.
Thank you.
Alex Edler.
Yeah. I don't know why I was missing that name.
No.
Like
he's not that notable.
But you know, he's movable, you know, like he can get to the places. You have an absolute cannon in Tyson Barrie in the power play. Like
I think with McDonough and Shen and Edler, like to run that comparison through, all three of those guys got to a point in their career where they got older and they lost their step and they really, really changed their game. Right? Like Luke Shen got a lot of comparisons to Edler last year in the Vancouver market where, okay, this is a guy who's already had a long career, maybe not as a top end guy, but reformed his game around his changing and declining abilities, and it helped a ton. And McDonough did this exact same thing. As they've gotten older, they've like aged like freaking fine wine, dude.
Oh yeah, like they're still very useful pieces in a team, which is crazy when you think about like who they played with when they were useful in fantasy hockey or anything else. Like a lot of those guys don't even play anymore. A lot of those guys are getting PTOs.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Can you believe that Stastny was offered a PTO?
Just crazy,
by the way, that's nuts. Like that really shows you how much the league is moving towards youth.
Yeah.
Like it does 100%. Not matter. Like if you're going to be good in a few years, get in now.
Well, they say your statistical prime now is like, I can't remember what it was before, but it was like 26 to 30 or something, right?
Yeah. It was
now they say it's like 23 to 26.
Like what?
Crazy.
That's insane.
Like McDavid might be exiting his statistical prime right now.
I'm already out of my prime.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Disastrous. Horrible. Gonna bench myself.
Roman Josi.
I mean,
Juuse Saros, Shen, McDonough, Barrie. This team is gonna be hard to score on.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like every year, I'm like, this is the year that Roman Josi ages. Right. This is the year that he takes that step back. Yeah. And it never happens.
No, I mean, well, he's not that old though. I think he's only what is he 32 this year?
Yeah, but like he was playing at such a high level for so long, like and so physically.
Yeah.
But the fact he's still able to play that style without virtually changing his game at all.
It's impressive.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, that's very true.
It reminds me a lot of what we saw out of Giordano last year, except he does it consistently. Whereas Giordano just did it for a 40-game stretch when he was really needed, which is like,
yeah. So, I mean, I have them safely in a playoff spot. I have them at 97 points. That should be above the barrier to make it in. And I got them there.
Yeah, I think that they're just going to play such a hard-nosed defensive game, a lot like Minnesota, and this conference is kind of lame in the first place.
It is.
Like, I think that it's going to be very obvious who is and isn't contending right away.
Right.
And Nashville's definitely going to be one of those guys that's able to just squeak out those points against division rivals and force a playoff picture. Are they going to make it past round 1? No, not at all. But at that, they're going to play a very frustrating ass game.
Right.
And we're just going to not hear the end of that defensive core.
Yeah. 95 points you got him at wildcard 1.
Yeah. Also, I'm really interested to see how Nyquist performs on the first line if they give him a shot there.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be an interesting one to watch. 100%.
I've always liked Nyquist's game, but I felt bad for him because he's played 3 years in Detroit and then 2 years in Columbus.
Yeah.
Ouch.
This
is a guy who could easily be a 50 to 60 point scorer if he was given the tools, but was just never given them. And now he just seems like a certified third liner.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see him get a shot. Just a chance.
Just a chance.
Give him like a 15, 20 game sampler.
Sure.
If it doesn't work, send him back down to the second, third, whatever you want to do. I don't care. But let's give this guy a chance.
Yeah. Fair enough.